I can explain. Welcome back to Wretches and Wrenches. I'm Stormer Norman, and it's been a minute. Been April was the last video we put out, and I said in the last video how it's not quite easy to get out here and work on my trucks. We've added another one. I'll show you in a minute. And my other channel is doing so well, I just focused all my attention on that. And then the last video I put on this channel, the views were so terrible, I was like, took all my motivation out. But we got a project, we got several projects. We'll see how many we get to. But this thing, F-150, pretty sure y'all saw it in the last video, and a lot of the last videos, it's been sitting here since September, and today is November. So something's wrong with it. I think it's in the fuel system. Probably the fuel pump, but of course we're going to do the cheapest thing first. We're going to do the fuel filter and see if that magically fixes it. Although we know it won't. We know it won't do that. Yeah, it's never that easy. It's never that easy. But to take the fuel pump out requires bed removal action. And I'm not prepared to do that today, because I have to do that in the yard. And it looks like it's about to rain. And also I don't have anybody here to help me take the bed off. So what we're going to do is we're going to change out the fuel filter. And when that doesn't work, like I'm pretty sure it's not going to work, we'll go ahead and take the bolts out of the bed and get it all disconnected, get it ready to be taken off, and we'll do that another day when I'm motivated, possibly, because I'm not motivated today at all. It is like after 12 o'clock. I did not want to come out here, did not want to work on this, but I also don't want this to sit and rot in the yard like Scarlett did, which you may notice Scarlett is gone. I sold Scarlett, got rid of it. It's an interesting situation. So when this truck went down in September, I already had to itch to get something a little bit more reliable. So I bought a Nissan Frontier 2015, and there's some videos we could do on this, because there's some things I want to do. This, like take off these stupid badges somebody put on. Why would you? That's ugly. Don't particularly love the mud flaps. I might take them off, I'm not sure. And I want to do something about the radio descent it, because it's not great. It won't connect to my phone. And I've watched videos on how to change a radio out in these things, and it looks like an absolute nightmare. So I don't know if I want to tackle that. But we got this for reliability. Hop in that thing and go, and it's nice. It's nice not to have to worry about something breaking down on the interstate, and when I go on my next vacation, like I didn't go to the mountains this year, didn't go to the mountains last year. Now I can. Got reliable transportation. But I do miss the F-150, and my Ranger is still running like a top, because you cannot kill that thing. But I do miss my F-150, and I do want to drive it interchangeably with the Nissan, because it's lowered. And lowered is awesome. So, I'm going to try and get a jack under this thing here and just do the fuel filter here in the yard instead of trying to clean out the garage and getting it in there. Don't really want to deal with all that. So let's see what happens. I love recording y'all some footage and not hitting the record button. Look, that's my favorite part of YouTube. Anyway, we're going to check. I'm going to check and make sure there's no pressure. This thing's been sitting for weeks. Like I moved it over here, obviously after I bought the truck, the Nissan, and I've moved it twice since then. I've started it twice since then, just to move it out of the way of the lawnmower. So maybe it doesn't have fuel pressure because it's been sitting so long, but we'll check and make sure. I got my screw by Mortke. I guess we'll just assume it ain't got none. I don't see nothing coming out. That also might mean that the fuel pump is just hot garbage. Next up, something to lay on. Well, there's the culprit. I ain't got to take that clip off. It already came off by itself. I didn't need a screwdriver to get them off. It came right off. Oh, this ain't gonna be fun. I've used these fuel line removal tools before and they are absolutely worthless. It just occurred to me I should have started the truck up so y'all could hear the noise it was making, or the way it was running. Let's see if that one works. Oh! It doesn't appear to work. Let's see how much gas we can get on this. Oh, this is so very uncomfortable. Yeah, I didn't feel like that was going to do anything. I don't want to work on cars. I don't. Try the plastic one. Got it. One down, one to go. Where did I put that? Oh, what's crawling on my ankle? You know what? They make creepers for people to get under here. They make garage, stools for you to roll around on. And yet nobody has made a pillow. What I wouldn't give for a pillow right now, just to put under my head, elevate it so I wouldn't kill my neck trying to look at this thing, and I wouldn't be worried about what's crawling on my ankles right now. Pop the line loose, you piece of crap. You only get a few seconds to look up. Before your neck goes dead. Yes! Oh, yeah. All right. Oh, yeah. This shirt's going to smell wonderful. Get out, dude. Oh. I grabbed the wrong thing. Crap. I grabbed the fuel pump and not the filter. Poor old Johnny. That's the fuel pump. Where did I put the fuel filter? What was that? Oh. There's something living in there. Hello, fuel filter. Oh. That looks like a fuel filter. Fuel filter F-150. Fun fact, it's also the fuel filter for the Ranger. They take the same one as me and the guy at O'Reilly's discovered. All right, let's slap this bad boy in there, see that it didn't do anything, and close this thing out. Let's get gas on our head, because that's always fun. My line fell down. I had it propped up. Oh! Watch your head. I can't remember how I had this thing. What is that? Screwdriver for a pillow. Can y'all see? That better? I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna shut this channel down over that. Take that off. Take that off. Don't know what that is. Pretty sure we don't need it. Sorry if I'm bumping the microphone. Check the flow. Which way? Where's the arrow? I don't see an arrow. Oh, yes I do. Boom. Connect the line. Oh, I said connect the line. There we go. Put that back on it. Hello, Knuckle. Connect the line. Boom. This stupid retainer clip back on there. Boom. I wish it come off that easy. All right. If you're wondering why I put my glasses on, it's because I didn't have any safety glasses and I didn't want to get gas in my eyes. So let's get this thing back on the ground. And see how much of a difference that didn't make. That jack stand was mainly just there for looks. I'm gonna get the camera set up over there where the exhaust is so y'all can really get a feel for how raggedy this thing sounds. Sounds pretty good, but I'm not going to fall for it, okay? I'm not going to be lured into the trap. Let's take it for a spin around the yard. I feel like the other shoes are going to drop here in a minute and it's going to start so let me pick up my tools here and we'll take it for a spin. I ain't dumb enough to take it down the street, but we'll take it for a ride around the yard here, see if it starts spitting and sputtering. Maybe this is one of those situations where the simplest thing is actually what was wrong with it. All right, so we just took it for a spin around the yard that y'all didn't get to see because I didn't flip and hit record. And it's still broke. It's still crap. I still smell like gas. Still, it stinks in here. So, you know, for those 5 minutes that I thought I fixed it with the fuel filter, those are some pretty good 5 minutes. But nope, it still runs like ragged dog poop. So, I mean, I guess it's the fuel filter. I mean, that's the only logical next step, right? It's a fuel filter, or I mean, fuel pump. And as y'all saw already, I have a fuel pump for it. It's just a matter of getting the bed off, which I don't feel like doing today. to be honest with you. I know I said we might do that, but I really don't want to. It's Saturday. It's college football on today. And I smell like gas. So I will worry about the bed, getting the bed off another day when I have somebody here to help me pick it up, tote it back. And yep, I guess we'll be doing a part 2 eventually. Let's go inside and end this one. All right, so what did we learn today? We learned that I'm not a mechanic. Never claimed to be. We learned I was right, I guess, because we went into it thinking we're going to change the fuel filter and hope that fixes it, though I was 99% sure it was not going to fix it. And I was right. It didn't fix it. And I guess we'll be doing a fuel pump because that truck's too good to sit there and go to waste over such a small problem, you know. It's not that big of a problem, really. I've done a fuel pump. I did one on Scarlet back in the day. And getting the bed off is the worst part, but once you get to the pump itself, I know you can drop the tank. I could do that, but I don't know. I feel like the bed thing was just easier. I don't know. You let me know in the comments. Do you think if you've done a fuel pump on the F-150, was pulling the bed easier or dropping the tank easier? I've not tried dropping the tank. Maybe I would like that better. I don't know. It is low on gas. It don't have a lot of gas in it, so it wouldn't be heavy. So I don't know. But the thing about Ford fuel pumps is that they'll go bad, but they'll still work. Like, not good. Like you just heard, if y'all heard that. Like when I had a Chevy, I had a fuel pump go out and a GMC Jimmy that I was driving, and it just died. Like when the pump went out, that was it. You were not driving. It was not pumping any more gas. It was done. It was finished. But Ford fuel pumps don't seem to be that way. They're like, okay, I'm bad. You mean I'll still run a little bit, kind of, but not really. So there's that. So we'll get to that. I don't know when, because I mean, it took me this long to get to this video. So I can't really tell you when we're going to get to that. I do got some stuff I want to do that Nissan, like I said. And I should have gave y'all a tour of it or something, but I probably would have forgot to hit record anyway. So I ain't done this in a while, and I've made so many rookie mistakes. But what lesson we learned today? Let me read y'all a verse. It just came to mind when I was walking back in the house. Matthew 5:45, that ye may be children of your Father, which is in heaven. For he maketh his sun to rise on the evil and on the good, and sendeth rain on the just and on the unjust. And there's another verse I was going to talk about too, but y'all probably know it, where Jesus talks about, you know, you have to love him more than you love your mother and your father, you know, your whole family. And it got me thinking about something I said in Sunday school, I don't know, maybe a couple months ago, how sometimes you will ask God for something. Like you'll pray, you'll ask God for something in your life, and you know that it is a good thing. Like you're not asking for God to send you drugs or, you know, any kind of sin or anything like that. Like you're asking him for things that the Bible says are good things for you to desire. Like I've 3 years been asking God, hey, save my marriage, and he hasn't done it. Like that's a good thing. That is a thing. God wants marriages to not fall apart. He wants them to be reconciled, but it hasn't happened. I have asked. It is a good thing, good moral, righteous thing that I'm asking God for, and he hasn't given it to me. So it's situations like that that'll test your faith. Like, well, I'm asking for this and God ain't doing it, and I know it's a good thing, and he ain't giving it to me. You got to stand firm in your faith that even though this thing that you're asking God for is a good thing, but he's not giving it to you. He's probably got a pretty good reason for not giving it to you. Like, like I mentioned, I want my marriage to be put back together after 3 years. Probably not going to happen. But we had a preacher come for a revival last month, and he preached on God's not done with you yet. He preached about people that ask God for stuff in prayer to the point where they just gave up. Stop. They just don't even ask for it anymore. They don't even expect God to do it because they asked for it for so long. But that's where faith comes in. Like, it don't matter how long it takes. You got to have faith that God's going to do it, or something that you didn't even consider, which is, in my case, me and my wife been separated for 3.5 years. Yeah, it's been 3.5 years at this point. I haven't talked to her in about 6 months. No, July. However long July was the last time I talked to her. I've sent her text messages. I've sent her letters in the mail. She just doesn't answer. She doesn't talk to me. And for you people that have been watching my channel for a long time, y'all can't see it. I got an envelope right here full of paperwork from the courthouse. I'll just leave it at that. And I don't want to. I want God to do a work, but maybe he's not going to. Maybe he's like, no, this is actually what's best for you. Like, I know I don't approve of the whole divorce thing, but you might want to, it might be her. It might be a her thing. God's like, I don't want you with her. I don't know. Just spitballing here. But the thing is, you got to keep your faith and don't get to the point where you think, well, God can't do this. That's why he hasn't done it, because he can't do it. He can do it. It just may be that he's not doing it because it's what's best for you, even though that makes entirely no sense to you. It makes perfect sense to him. So hang in there. Keep your faith in God. And I didn't have a whole lot of faith in this fuel filter, but we got to do it anyway. We got to at least try it and see if it works. And it didn't work. So now we move on to the next thing, which we'll do in a future video at some point. That'll be super fun. Can't wait for that. Anyway, I appreciate y'all watching. Seeing as, I don't know, my last video it was less than 100 views. Let's go look and see. So my last video came out April 7th of this year, and it got 53 views. And the one before that got 339. So 53 views was a kick in the crotchal area. So if you're one of those 53 people, I definitely appreciate you. And if you're one of those that's going to watch this video, I appreciate you. And I'm not super motivated to make these videos, but I'm going to keep doing it, when I can. But like I said, my other channel's blowing up. I'll put links to my other channels in the description if y'all want to watch them. It is what it is. I've been on YouTube for 10 years, and I have never reached 1,000 subs. So it's just not for me. It's not for me, but I enjoy it. So we keep on, it's not for me as in I'm not destined to be some kind of famous YouTuber apparently. But we keep on doing it because I somewhat enjoy it. I enjoy some aspects of it. I did not enjoy that, but it had to be done. Anyway, I'm going to shut up, and I appreciate y'all watching. Don't forget, some of y'all, even though it's been since April since I uploaded a video, I still keep getting people subscribing to the channel. So you're awesome. Appreciate you. And we'll be back next time, probably to do the fuel pump. Or maybe we might do some work on the Nissan. I don't know. Something. We'll be back to do something at some point, eventually. So I'll see you then. I've been Stormin' Norman. And what's my closing line? What do I usually say? Oh, yeah. You might regret buying that Ford, but you'll never regret being forgiven. See y'all in the next one.